Hey everybody, I'm back again to do another reaction. Now this is one I've been asked for quite a few times. It's Sumo, a track called Cruan. I'm not too sure how it's pronounced, but this is kind of weird because it's I think it might be Irish. Because there's an Irish folk metal band called this, like put one word together, Kraken, Cruchan. I'm not even sure how it's pronounced. It's Kraken. But yeah, it's an Irish folk metal band with this name. It's also the name of this song by Sumo, and lots of people have asked me to react to it. I can't remember all the names. I can't seem to have written down the names, but I've been asked for it quite a few times. But I can't find the actual names of the people who've asked for it. But there's been quite a few people. I'm not going to write them all down, but there's a lot of people have asked for this track. Apparently, someone was telling me it's something to do with the Battle of Culloden, which I think was in Scotland, between England and Scotland, I believe, if my history is correct. I'm not sure if it is. Anyway, I found I think it's a live performance. Now, I know someone was saying to me the other day that I should try and stick to studio recordings because you get a better idea of the song. But sometimes I like the live stuff. I could always react to a studio one another time, maybe. But the trouble is, with the live performance, there's more chance of me not getting a copyright strike. Most of the time, I get copyright strikes, and it means I don't get any ad revenue. So, you know, I'm trying to earn some money from my channel. So I'm trying to I'll stick to this one. I'll see if I get any copyright strike on it. I probably will still, but you know, we can but try. So let's just share the video. Right, where are the share button? There we go. We start us off with some writing on the screen. So look. Right, let's change this over a little bit so you can see that me better. Okay. Ja, no have mass no existence. Yes, no, nos is us, is it? No, yes, we is it? Is nos we? Estamos extinguiendo. Extinguish? Nosotros, that means us and others, doesn't it? Me and others, or you and others. New planet. Dinos monos inhabit. Is that to do with inhabiting a new planet? I don't know. Pero is but, isn't it? Pero is but. But yes is something llegan con todo. No, I don't know any of the other words there. I've no idea what this actually says. Let's just play the track. This is I think it's live in Obras in 1986. Sumo.
Something happened in 45. The Highland spirit was still alive. MacDonald and McFarlane dead. All the clans from everywhere singing beep-bop-boom-bum. I saw the land of Englishmen. Beep-bop-boom-bum. Come on, London, here we come. Drums, come on then! town. London was 120 miles down. The redcoats were everywhere. They killed us and they did us there. Singing, I smell the blood of a Scotsman. Come on, Highlands, here I come. We are living like wood. We were feeling hungry, feeling poor. The McDonald's fought to the end. I tell you, that was here, United Kingdom. Come on, Scotland, here we come. Viva boom! United Kingdom, here we come.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that was not the greatest of videos to do reaction for. I don't think the sound quality on the live set was really poor. It sounded really muted. I tried turning it up a bit to see if I get some more oomph out of it, but it just sounds like a traditional kind of like, I don't know, a battle kind of music. You know, like the drums, the pipe. It sounds like pipes. I think it's the band. Is it a bandonian or that's making the pipe kind of sounds? It sounds like a Scottish march, like yeah, not that I'm not familiar with it, but it sounds like a kind of like a army marching into battle. I mean, I suppose that's to do with the Culloden. As it was a battle, I was like between the French, between the Scottish and the English. Where did I get the French from? Yeah, it was interesting. It just sounded like an army going to battle, and the piper and the drums and the pipers, they have accompanying the marching army. That's what it sounded like, and just the lyrics are in English. I could make out most of it. It wasn't very complex, kind of, or like even a lot of lyrics in it. To be honest, it was like "Fee fi fo fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman," which I don't know if that's from a nursery. From a nursery rhyme. No, a fairy tale. It's from a fairy tale. It's what the giant says in the Jack and the Beanstalk fairy tale. You know, where Jack climbs up the beanstalk, he puts the beans down, the beanstalk grows, he climbs up, finds the giant, and that's where he chants "Fee fi fo fum." Yeah, so that was an interesting kind of like, it was kind of like a nursery rhyme fairy tale kind of chant put over some military sounding music. I say it was a live performance, so the sound quality was not great there, I must say. But yeah, that was kind of like it wasn't funky at all. It wasn't ska in the slightest. It was a funny one. It was like I don't know what to make of it. It sounded almost more like a kind of like a country, like a traditional folky kind of thing, not funk but folk, like a folk kind of song with the pipe and drums. You gave it that kind of like Scottish feel to it. It sounded like, you know, a Scottish band marching, like, and you know how sometimes when they march, they will sing as they march to sort of like keep the morale up. You know, quite a lot in armies. I don't know if they did that in that period of the Battle of Culloden, but yeah, it's a sort of, you know, I can imagine that being something that would be chanted as they was marching along. Yeah, but yeah, different, interesting, kind of like way out. I mean, I've listened to a couple of tracks now, but they've all been very different. I think the first one, the one with the white trash, that was kind of like the most ska kind of feeling one. And the one I listened to yesterday about bats being blind or flying blind, that one was that was a kind of a weird one. I couldn't work out if it was a proper song or like a, you know, it felt like it was an experimental kind of song on the album maybe. But I say without listening to the rest of the album, I wouldn't know for sure. But that one was completely different again. That one just felt like it was like a snippet from history, like a historical snippet, like done in the style of the music that would have been played, you know, in that historical time. So I'm not too sure where the word Kraken comes from. I thought that was an Irish word, but I don't know what it meant, because I'm going to say there's an Irish band I know called Kraken, and but all one word rather than two words. Yeah, so that was different. And they're very much, it's like playing traditional sort of folky instruments. So maybe this is a kind of like a traditional kind of pipe and drum sound like you'd get with a military band. I know in modern day, I'm assuming that goes way back. I know it goes way back, doesn't it? So I'm pretty sure they must have marched with pipes way back in the day historically. So that's what it just sounded like. It sounded like a something that a military army might sing, a bunch of Highlanders marching down to battle against the English, like a song that they would sing with the pipes and drums accompanying to pep themselves up, to make their morale better. It's like a morale boosting song. It's like everyone joins in, sings along, puts their heart into it, like say, we're going to crush the English, we're going to kick their asses, that kind of thing. But I'm not really sure what happened in the Battle of Culloden. I'm not sure if it was one that the Scots won. They did win a few battles against the English, but mainly it was the English who won because we had more resources and stuff, I think. More money, more mercenaries probably as well. But anyway, that was interesting. Maybe I'll check it out again another time with the studio version, so I get a better feel of it. All I could really hear was the sound like pipes and the kind of like the drum tattoo kind of sound, that militaristic, like constant kind of beat, that you get with marching bands and that. But anyway, that was interesting. Hopefully it wasn't too disappointing for you guys that I didn't use a live one, so I didn't use a studio one rather than a live one, because I dare say the studio one would have sounded a lot more impactful. I would have got a better idea of the song if I listened to it live. I keep saying my words wrong. If I'd listened to it in the studio version, I don't know why people watch my reactions. I'm so used to doing reactions. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow to react to something else. Hopefully, I'll be able to say my words the correct way. And anyway, till then, gracias por mirar. Vuelvo mañana para otro video.